I'm Roxy, and if you're new to my channel, I'm so happy to have you here, and if you've always been here, then welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be giving you 7 amazing and the best branding tips if you are starting off your small business or if you already have a small business. I feel like if there are so many things that people may not know, so I wanted to share with you some of the things that I learned over the past few years. So a little bit about me is that I started off as a YouTuber. I have built my platform as a blogger, influencer. I don't really like using that word. I love using the word content creator. So I have been building my platform online for over 7 years. So I feel like coming from both sides of being a content creator and blogger to now having my own business, I have just a different kind of perspective, and I feel like if I have so many things that I want to say, so I narrowed it down to my top 7 tips if you're now starting off your small business and being a small business owner. If you want to see more videos like this, definitely thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below so I will know what you guys are loving and what you want to see more of. My first tip, we're gonna get down and dirty in it. You need to get an accountant. Okay, so let me just say, the business registration process is a crazy one, and I'm not a fan of it like at all. This literally saved my life when I was now starting out my business. For someone like myself who had no previous knowledge of running a business or even starting up a business, this was one of the best business decisions that I possibly made in starting out my small business. I really advise that you seek out an accountant who will be able to advise you on things like the type of business that you should register as, be it like a sole trader, a limited liability, or whatever else there is in between. I got someone, and I literally did not have to leave my house to get my business registered. I literally just texted him all of my business names, and then he basically took it and ran through with it. So yes, it is a cost, but it is a cost that is well worth your time, because this is going to save you so much in the long run, especially when it comes to taxes and like all the million other things that you have in between. You literally will not be able to even apply for a bank account if you don't have your business registered. That is just such a headache lifted off of my shoulders, and it will be a headache lifted off yours as well once you get an accountant who you'll be able to work with and carry forth as you grow your business. There are so many things that I myself am now learning as a small business owner, because like I said, I don't have any previous history about owning a business. An accountant is someone who is going to be able to do all the payments, all of those things in between that like I personally don't even fully understand as yet. They're going to be doing that for you, and it makes life so much easier. You are not going to regret this at all. It is a cost, like I said, but it is one that is well worth it, because if you're now starting off and you don't know where to start, this is definitely something that should be number 1 on your priority list. Now I don't even have to think twice. I literally just submit everything I need to do. I literally just send off emails or text my accountant, and things just get done. If it's one investment that you should make in starting up your small business, it is getting an accountant to help you through everything. My next tip is to start a business checking account that is completely different from your own account. I really think that you should have a bank that you absolutely love, and for me, I found that bank, and their customer service and quality has just been so amazing. This was an instance of where the rep came to me and I did not have to do a single thing. I did not have to leave except to just make a deposit to open the account. Other than that, all the documents were collected right here and submitted, and within about 2 weeks I had a business account, and I had a links machine, and I had everything that I needed to conduct transactions in my store. So you really have to love the bank that you're starting your business up with, because you're literally putting your hard-earned coin into this institute, and you want to be able to access it. You want to be able to have customer support. You want to be able to have seamless integration of online banking whenever you need it, and it's a non-negotiable. A business checking account is important because you'll be able to see where your money is going, keep track of it like that, as well as have access to tons of other benefits, such as opening an online store, having a portable links machine, and of course being able to write checks. Of course, when you open your business account, the next step is to immediately have online banking. There is no question about that. There is no negotiation about this. Online banking is critical, especially if you have to transfer money, pay bills, or even give refunds. This is also my second step, because you cannot open a business account unless you have all of your business registration documents. So the first step is absolutely critical to following along to this second step. So you have your business registered, you open your bank account, and now it's time to, reveal to the world your business. The worst thing, let me just say, the worst thing in life that you could do as a new brand is literally start your business, and when you launch your products, it literally looks like someone else's own. You are not setting yourself apart. You are literally just being a clone of another, most likely bigger brand, and it's not going to look good on your part because people are not going to respect a brand that literally is a mirror image of somebody else's. So someone else takes time, they take effort, they build their brand, and then you just basically see what works for them and think it's going to work for you. And as a small new business, this is not a mistake that you want to make at all. There's literally thousands of ideas out there that you can be inspired by, but there's no excuse or reason to copy someone else's hard work. You wouldn't like it being done to you, so don't do it to someone else. This can make or break your business. It's literally either going to set you apart or make everyone just say this looks like. The last thing that you want is your brand being compared to someone else's brand. It's just not the standard that you want to set for your small business. Seek to establish your brand, your aesthetic, your specific products in a creative and unique way rather than just mirroring somebody else's own, because like I said, it's not going to be a good look for your brand, and having a good look is literally everything when it comes to establishing and building yourself in business. Ask yourself if you would always want to be constantly compared to another brand. You want to be known for having something that is different, something that sets you apart, something that makes your brand you, something that makes people just gravitate towards you. Make your brand stand out and be so amazing, has its own clientele, and that is just a crucial step to building and growing your brand and being established in a specific field. My next tip is to delegate. Let me just tell you, I was the queen. There was a crown on my head that says I can do it all. I don't need help. I don't need anyone else. And let me just say that that is no longer the case. I have learned to ask for help, and that has changed my entire business, especially when it came to scaling and growing my business. This tip is so important if you want to be a successful business. You absolutely cannot do it all. There's just so many more important things that you could be doing, like being a CEO and building your empire and absolutely just focusing on the things that you love doing. But before you think about delegating, there is nothing wrong with starting from the ground up and working your way straight to the top. Don't for a second think that you are above doing the most basic of tasks when it comes to running your business. You have to start from somewhere, especially if you are literally now starting from the ground up, because that way you will know exactly how each level of your business works. As my company is growing and scaling, the sticker board could literally never be full, and it was not a nice feeling when people would come into store and it literally just had one little sticker just hanging from the board all by himself, so lonely. And I knew that things had to change at that point in time, because I could not have customers and clients coming into my store being so excited and then having no stickers to choose from. Is not a good feeling at all as a business owner. So after about 2 years was when I was finally able to hire someone to take that task away from me. So now I have someone who's able to do all of these stickers so that I can focus on more important tasks, and that just made such a huge difference, because now the sticker board, like I'm looking at it right now, is always full, and that makes me feel so good when someone comes into the store and feels so happy when they see all of these stickers there and they have so much options to choose from. Obviously, if you're now starting off, this may not be something that you can do immediately, but at least know that you can start doing it so that later on, as your business grows and scales, you'll know exactly what aspects you want to be delegating. Number 5, privacy is key. Let me just say, there will come a time when you can scream from the rooftops what you're doing, but there's honestly no need to keep telling everyone that you meet all of your money making moves. Keep it quiet, keep it private, hustle in silence, because you don't know who's really out there for you. I feel like if my most successful launches and products were things that literally no one saw was coming, we didn't talk about a new launch, we didn't talk about new products, my team just dropped those products onto the gram, and those products were 10 times more successful than anything that we have hinted before. So privacy is just key. Do not forget this aspect at all. Not everyone needs to know your business. I really think that it comes down to trusting the brand that you've built and the clientele that you've built, especially when it comes to releasing new products. And if you know what your clients love, then you just go with that. Keep your ideas to yourself and your team, and trust in the clientele that you've built. It's so important to realize that the excess chatter is just not useful. No one else is going to know your business like you do. No one else is going to know your clients like you do. No one is going to know your brand like you do. Hustle in silence, keep it simple, keep it quiet, and then just shock everyone with your big money moves. Tip number 6 is all about branding. I am a sucker for branding, so much so that I help other small business female entrepreneurs with their branding. It literally makes me so happy to see a very cohesive branded business. Branding is literally everything from the color scheme that you choose, the fonts that you use in your business. It is all about the aesthetic. Someone just needs to see a specific item and they literally need to know that it is your brand. That is the level that you need to reach, and when you've reached a level where people just see something and they immediately like, yes, that's you, that is when you know that your branding is literally on point. For my business, for instance, this is what somebody said: the It's Pretty Productive iconic pink bag. When they said that, I was just like, yes, it made me so happy, because you can see this iconic pink bag way into the distance and you just know it's Pretty Productive. When you come to an It's Pretty Productive event, you just know as soon as you walk in, like you just know it. From the atmosphere, the vibe, how everyone dresses, everything, you just know. I remember being so specific about the places where I had my events because it just needed to be on brand. At one of my events, the actual owners of the property had brown tables, like deep brown tables. Brown tables are lovely. I have nothing against brown tables, but I worked with another brand to supply whitewash tables that were just so much more on brand. So when you walked into the place, it was just on brand with the entire aesthetic of It's Pretty Productive. There are so many different types of aesthetics that you can explore. I absolutely love seeing black and white feeds. I love seeing neutral feeds, beach themes, plant themes, just whatever you decide to start with and whatever represents your brand, because that is a major step in having your brand being recognized and being known. You literally just want somebody to see one thing and they know it's you. That is how you know that your branding is definitely recognizable and reaching a different level. So be sure to have a beautifully curated feed that is on brand with your business. While somebody is scrolling through your feed, you want to give them that beautiful luxury art gallery experience where everything is seamless and beautiful. I remember an instance where I was doing a shoot for the launch of my new collection. I remember absolutely not liking the idea of wearing a black business suit because it is not on brand with me, but I was so afraid that everyone would be like, this is not professional, this is this. But in the end, I went with like a yellow blazer and a little cute dress, and it was just perfect. You looked at it and you were like, yes, this is Pretty Productive, like this is on brand. Whereas it will be totally off brand if I even stepped into a black business outfit that day. You need to do what you need to do regardless of what anyone else is thinking, because at the end of the day, you know your brand. You know what works for you, girl. You know. So don't for a second let anyone make you second guess yourself. Go for it if it matches your brand, if it's what you love. Don't for a second think that you have to conform to what is socially acceptable when it's time to have events and when it's time to do shoots or when it comes to your brand aesthetic. There's literally no rules. So you just do you and have that beautifully curated aesthetic for your brand. My last tip is use social media. Social media is free. Like back in the days, you will have to pay like thousands of dollars for a billboard or advertise on radio or newspapers or anything like that. Social media is a free tool that anyone can use. All you have to do is keep being consistent, keep sharing your posts, keep curating your feed to be on brand. Consistency is key, which is why I always tell you guys how much I love using my planners to plan out exactly what I want to do. I had an entire video on how you can use the It's Pretty Productive monthly planner to plan out your feed so you know exactly what you have to post every day. You can actually send out PR packages to your favorite bloggers who really match your brand aesthetic and vibe, but don't think that they're obligated to share what they get. If they love it and they share it, that publicity is just a boost for your brand. If they don't share it, maybe they will share it later on when you least expect it. Maybe they will tell someone about it. Just keep putting your brand out there. And yes, it may seem as if you are losing money by giving away free product, but in the end, the publicity that you get is truly priceless. Another great idea is to sign up for those local markets to be a vendor in it. You need to do all of these things to become a recognized brand and to grow your brand. You're not gonna grow your brand from just sitting down behind your desk in your house. That is not how it works. You need to be using social media, sending out PR packages, and attending local markets as a vendor to help grow your business. business. Those are my 7 best small business tips when you're now starting off growing your business, or if you already are a small business owner. I hope that these were helpful. So if you want to hear more like this, or if you enjoy this type of content, definitely subscribe, drop some comments down below and let me know what you guys think. I have so much more lifestyle and productivity videos to help you live your best life. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Mwah.